Hello students, welcome back. So we are here to start another chapter for your class 4, and today we will be taking the chapter that is how plants make food. So when I ask you, where does the plant make food? So I hope all of you know the answer. Yes, it is the leaf where the plants prepare their food. Now when we look at a plant, what is we can see that it is mostly the leaves that is firstly visible. So leaves are present in large numbers in a plant. Again, if you observe the different plants, you will see the leaves are of different shapes, different size. Like the mango leaf is quite different from the leaf of a papaya tree. So by seeing the leaves only we can identify what plant it is. Now most leaves are green in color. So what makes the leaves green in color? Why are the leaves green in color? So this is due to the presence of a pigment called chlorophyll. So leaf contains a green color pigment called chlorophyll, which makes the leaves green in color. Now even some plants, in case of some plants, as you can see in the picture, like plants like croton, you will see that the leaves are multicolored. Like some of the leaves are red, yellow color. So it is not that this leaves does not contain chlorophyll, but the green pigment is present there in the leaf, but it is covered by two other color pigment, that is the yellow color pigment and the red color pigment. So we can say that the chlorophyll or the green pigment in case of croton plants remain hidden. So plants actually makes the food with the help of this green pigment, which is known as chlorophyll. So now when a plant make food, what are the things that a plant need to make food? So a plant needs water, carbon dioxide, sunlight and chlorophyll to make food. And the process by which a plants make food using water, carbon dioxide, sunlight and chlorophyll is known as photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process by which plants make their food using water, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll and sunlight. Where does this process of photosynthesis takes place? It takes place in the leaves of the plant. Now food prepared by the leaves is kind of a sugar. So when I say food prepared by the leaf is a kind of a sugar, that means what? When there is a reaction between all these four compounds, that is water, sunlight, chlorophyll and carbon dioxide, they mix together to form the food for the plant, which is in the form of a sugar. And when this reaction takes place with these four components, that is water, carbon dioxide, then sunlight and chlorophyll, what is formed? Sugar is formed as well as a gas is released, which is the oxygen gas. So this oxygen gas comes out from the leaves and it mixes with the air. So I hope the process of photosynthesis is clear to you. So now how do the leaves get sunlight, water and air? So I have already told you that the process of making food by the green leaves is called photosynthesis, and for the process of photosynthesis the plant needs water, sunlight and air, along with the chlorophyll is present in the leaf itself. So how the plant will get sunlight, water and air? Now sunlight, how the plant gets sunlight? The leaves of the plants absorbs the sunlight that falls on it. So you will see that is why the leaves are flat. So the surface of the leaves are flat. Why? Because observe a plant properly, you will see the leaves are arranged in such a way that each of the leaves of the plant gets the proper amount of sunlight. Okay. The next is water. Now, where from the plants get water? Yes, it is the roots that absorbs water from the soil, and there is a narrow channel of narrow tubes inside the plants. So through these narrow tubes, the water is carried from the roots to the different parts of the plant. Next we have this narrow channel or the narrow tubes carries the water from the roots to the different parts of the plant. Now, how this water reaches the leaves? Again, if you remember the parts of a leaves that you have done in your last class, like in class 3. So, these narrow tubes are connected to the central vein or the midrib of the leaf, and again there are leaf veins in the leaves. So, these leaf veins and midrib, through these leaf veins and midribs, the water is carried to the leaf, and then the process of photosynthesis takes place. So, next element that is needed for the process of photosynthesis is carbon dioxide. Now, carbon dioxide. So, how does carbon dioxide? I said that the leaf requires air, water, the carbon dioxide, sunlight and water along with chlorophyll for photosynthesis. Now, how will the plant get carbon dioxide? So, do you remember, like in what is stomata? Yes, stomata are tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves. So, this through these pores, carbon dioxide from the air enters into the leaves, and this carbon dioxide gas is absorbed by the leaves to make food for the plant. Now, the food, just can you imagine, there are so many leaves in a plant, and each of the leaf is undergoing the process of photosynthesis. So, how much food is made by a single plant? So, all the food is not required by the plant. So, the food which is not required by the plant is or the food which is not used by the plant is stored as starch, and this starch is stored in various parts of the plants, like the roots, stems, leaves, fruits, seeds, etc. So, the food which is not required by the plant or not used by the plant is stored in the form of starch, and this excess food is stored in the various parts of the plants, like the roots, stems, leaves, fruits, seeds, etc. So, when we eat the vegetables and fruit, then we are actually eating this excess food that the plant has stored. So, in case of roots, as you will be able to see in the picture, some plants stores the excess food in their roots, as in case of carrot, beetroot, then sweet potato. Again, some plants stores their excess food in the stems, like spring onions, potatoes, then sugarcane. And some plants again store their excess food in their leaves. For example, like spinach, then cabbage, lettuce. Then again, some plants stores their excess food in the flowers, like cauliflower, banana flower, then broccoli. Again, some plants stores their excess food in their fruits, like mango, custard apple, apple. Again, in case of some plants, the excess food is stored in the seeds, that is corn, wheat, rice. All this are types of seeds, and the plant stores their excess food in the seeds. So, we can see that whatever fruits, vegetables or pulses we are eating, it is actually the excess food which is stored by the plant and in the form of starch. So with this we'll conclude our session here. So these are some of the questions which you will do as a homework. Thank you.